Alright, what's going on? Today I'm gonna show how to make beats for Protect. This guy's been going crazy with like Bruce Drop 'em Off recently. Just dropping like some really cool projects, and like he has a new cool sound. And yeah, let's get straight into it. First part of this beat is just a splice sample that we put into Serato sample. Made these chops. I made this beat with Solo X Prod. I'll like pop his IG up on screen. We made this in the studio. Just like a cool little thing. You can hear some of the chops there. And yeah, just simple little chops here. I can't really explain like what I did. But I started like repeating stuff that sounded good, or like going up to here. Like I thought these sounded cool right next to each other, so I repeated that back again. There's no real formula to like how you want to chop up a melody. It's just whatever you think sounds good, and this is what I got for the first layer. In terms of effects on that, it's just the shaper box preset with time modulation and filter. There was a volume, but that got turned off. And then the mix knob is set to 50%. After that, I just added this lead succubus. It's from the Freestyle Serum Bank by Solo, Cascade and Iconic, and just added this like simple little lead pattern on the 1, 3, 5, 7. And yeah, this just repeats every 5 or 4 bars, and he sounds like this. So yeah, that sounds cool. Just like a weird little like dark lead in the background. I use this little like quick slide up. How like like kind of sounds cool doing this. Besides that, it's just like simple slides. But yeah, and I use that here, just like a short slide note, and it makes it sound kind of cool, going from each note. And on that, all I added was shaper box with some bit crush on it. And then for the last sound in this layer, it's just a synth called Pink from that same freestyle kit. And then Solo X just laid down these chords, just some like kind of bouncy chords. I'm not exactly sure what he did here, but I know it's like a 2-bar pattern that he copied over. And then we got like did I turn it into a 3-bar pattern because he extended this over, made it a little bit different, took out like certain stuff, and yeah, just turned that into like a 3-bar pattern that got copied over a few times, and it sounds like this. In terms of effects on that, it's just a shaper box preset right here, and then just an EQ taking out some low end, and yeah. So I play what the final melody sounds like, and then I'll show you what it sounds like after we export it out and add some effects on it. So yeah, that first layer sounded like this, but then we exported it out and also pitched it down 5, and then we got this. Yeah, so that's just kind of like a simple little chop right here. Oh, we also believe this was one of the layers that we added, and then we exported it out with that layer and maybe one of these phrases, but that's basically just that with that vocal chop. And we just added one effect, which was distortion cold fire. So then with that effect on it sounds like this. So yeah, that makes it sound really cool. Adds some like cool distortion and makes the melody sound more full. After that, I just added this like phrase from a Shazy kit. I thought it had some bounce, and it sounded good for like the chorus. So yeah, here's what that phrase sounds like. So yeah, just something cool, little basic phrase here, but it sounds nice, and adds more to the melody. And then the last sound in the melody was just this like vocal chop. It's from a Moon Boy kit, and I'll break down the effects after, but yeah, just kind of add some bounce. It sounds cool. Here's what it sounds like. So on that, we just added some shaper box with some like bit crush, and then also a loop raider preset. I think it's just like one of these presets that I have in my user bank, and yeah, just added this, and that kind of sounded cool. So yeah, let's sauce that vocal chop up. I play with the full melody sounds like right here, just like this first layer with like a few different sounds within it, but then also just this phrase and the vocal chop. And yeah, here's what it all sounds like together. And then before I break down the drums, I just want to tell you about my new kit I just dropped with Zed. It's called Trauma Serum Bank, and it's just like 125 presets with like one shots too. We exported those out. EFL Convulsions presets, loops, midis, and also a serum skin that we added. So you can go check that out. Link in the description. And yeah, let's get straight into the drums. The first drum sound I added is just this 808. Solo did the 808, and it's just pretty simple pattern. So here's what it sounds like. Again, like I said, this is a simple pattern. He did use like some velocity changes. That makes like an 808 sound a little bit more unique. So that's a method y'all can use if you want. Next is these hi-hats. These are kind of like complex in terms of like the effects we add onto them, but it's a pretty simple pattern. Again, just like some automation on the velocities, or not automation, but like changes on the velocities. And yeah, here's what they sound like. Yeah, so on these, it's just fruity delay 2, adding like a ping pong delay, and then loop raider, and this is just like the default preset, but we turned off some of like the effects, and just kept the ones that like sounded the best, which is like some repeat and like reverse effects and delay and all just like cool stuff here. That makes the hi-hat sound a lot more unique. Next is just like a simple clap. After that, just an open hat. Next, there's another open hat, which has on like the 1, 3, 5, and 7. A snare pattern, again using like the velocities to make it sound more unique. A second snare pattern, the hits on the end of every 4 bars. Using velocity, again, that's a big thing for this beat in terms of like the drums, just using velocity to make them sound a lot more unique. Next is just this triangle perk. Scratch sound effect. This effect sound from Misagi. Yeah, that's it for the drums. I'll play what they sound like all together. And yeah, man, that's basically the full beat. So in terms of arrangement, we did this thing in the intro where I like chopped up Solex's tag, chopped out my tag, and then got these 2 effect sounds from Misogi, and used those to create this like cool little intro. So I'll play what each of those effect sounds like. And then that, and then the chopped up tag, and then my reverse tag. And yeah, here's what like the intro sounds like. So yeah, that makes like the drop sound really unique and cool. And yeah, overall that's the entire beat. Again, just like, or for the bridge, I bring out all the drums, and then I like take the end out and do this little like effects thing again. But yeah, man, nothing too complex. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Comment anything you wanna have me do tutorials on, and yeah,